Hello everyone and a warm welcome back and welcome to the beautiful country. If I was still able to travel and could afford it and all that, so I definitely would visit here. Maybe not Fahoud, but we are in the beautiful country of Oman in Fahoud. This is a freeware showcase for you. I am not using Payware at all for this. And this is what you can do just using freeware. If you'll indulge me, I have a few plugins, sort of add-on things I want to show you. The first one I'll show you is the X-Plane NOAA weather plugin. This is a Python script. You can get more information on it in the schematics, or I'll put a link to the GitHub for this. The current latest version is only for those of us on XP12.4. There are other versions that will work with like 12.3 or whatever that you're using. And here it is. And what it does is X-Plane, for whatever reason, I'm told Microsoft does kind of the same thing almost. It only will put snow if it's actually snowing, like snow is in the METAR. Then X-Plane will draw snow. Otherwise, it will not. This reads the GFS data and says, look, like that data that's in that thing tells them, hey, there's been snow for the last 2-3 days or whatever. There is snow on the ground and all that. And so it tells X-Plane, put snow on the ground. And so it does. That is all it does. It doesn't alter the weather. It just would be, if this had SN in it, snow, it would draw snow. That is all it does. It doesn't interfere. And the X-Plane weather is like pretty spectacular. That's NOAA. As far as I'm concerned, the definitive source of weather information globally. And there's the X-Plane 12 real weather. Everything is totally current. So this is completely freeware. The one that has got my friend, I showed them it a couple of weeks back, so excited because they fly, like perhaps many of you do, but on a laptop. And they don't have a second screen in that. And she was always complaining, you know, it's like, I like that I can use SimBrief and I can, you know, I can plan my flight properly and all that. But it's a pain. I gotta look at my tablet, look at the sim, look at the tablet, look at the sim. It's like back and forth. It's like I get whiplash. And this whole Alt-Tab thing is like I can't stand it. So I showed her this little beaut right here. And this is called Sim Briefing. So what this does, you can download, if I hadn't already done this, what it would do is it would say download SimBrief flight plan. And it does. And here is the beautiful thing about it. By the way, we're in 4K, just so you know. And there you can see where we're going. This is Abu Dhabi Executive Airport. It's just south of the main international airport. I've flown past it so many times. It's like, I want to fly there. So there you go. You can see what we are flying. We are not in the 1900D. I switched to the default Laminar Baron 58. Very good aircraft. Default, not going to cost you a penny to fly it. You get it automatically with X-Plane 12. And what she loves is it's got her payload, how much fuel she needs to load, all the stuff that you would normally, I'll show you. In X-Plane Navigraph charts, this is what I look at. If a flight does not have, the aircraft doesn't have SimBrief integration, So I plan my fuel, my cost index, what my flight level is going to be. I'm not going to 22,000 feet, okay? Give me a break. But this is handy, but I've got multiple screens. Like I've got a bunch of them. So I can have that up without an issue. Even I have started using this more. You can get the weather. Okay, it's picking up Dubai International, which is my alternate. This airport now has weather, no METAR available. But there you go, you get the summaries of these. And you get the full briefing, just like I showed you in Navi, it's identical. But because this is a plug-in within X-Plane, she no longer has to be getting whiplash. So there you go. There is 2 freewares plus the airports. I'm using default airports. X-Plane map enhancement. David, you use the Pro version. Yes, I do. And 2 of you actually used my referral code over the last week. Thank you very much. It doesn't tell me who you are or anything. I just know 2 people because I could see that my subscription was extended. And like I said, you're going to pay the same amount if you decide to upgrade to Pro, whether or not you use my code or not, so you may as well do it. And I get a nice little bonus, which I'm grateful for. And so I'm shouting out those 2 people. I don't know who you are or anything like that, but I noticed my subscription got extended by like it was 28 days, so thank you. I am using X-Plane map enhancement, but here's the thing, and I'll show it because people go, I don't believe you. See, you're using Pro. Yeah, but I'm not using the Pro maps. There's the Pro maps. I'm using the default ones. These are the ones you get for free. As you can tell, they're not very color corrected that much. The data is older, etc. However, I'm doing this flight so you can see what you would possibly get, depending on the region of the world where you're flying, if you just used the free map enhancement. Also, some of these things down here you won't see if you're on the free version. And like I can color correct maps if I want and all kinds of stuff with Pro. But I'm using the source material for this flight is the freeware versions of them. So there you go. I'm going to finish warming up the plane. Like I said, we are in the default Laminar Beechcraft Baron of 58, and there she is with her beautiful 50th anniversary livery on. And there you go. I'll see you on the runway. Thanks for indulging me. I just wanted to show everybody what you can do with just using freeware. Like I said, see you on the runway. Thanks for flying along with me. And here we go. Welcome back. We'll just turn around over here. Do check out the beginning, because there were some nice freewares in there that I showed off that you can take advantage of. I'm not doing all that. That's fine for an airliner or something, but I can turn this thing on a dime. Here we go. Let's get inside. I don't have wing profiles and all that set up for this. Okay, so first things first. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe lights on, transponder to alt. This does work, just so I'll show you here. There we go. Get the yoke back, because GA aircraft looks silly without one. Well, any aircraft, technically. Here we go. Easy on the throttle. This is a powerful freaking aircraft. And that is rotating. Positive freight gear coming up. Okay, let's not do that, okay? Little too much pitch there, Davy boy. I think this has electric trim. Is why. Okay, so let's get you to CDI. You'll notice that switched over. And autopilot on. I'm thinking around get you down to around 1,000, shall we? I don't need to climb at 2,000 feet a minute. Get that back a bit. And flight director on. Nav. Autopilot. Nav. And what do we want to go to? I guess about, let's say about 6,000, shall we? So again, X-Plane map enhancement in use. It is coupled. Cool. Just waiting for it to close and hopefully you'll turn over. Put in some trim, get some speed. And I don't want the engines overheating, so I will open the cowl flaps a little bit. I mean, we are in the desert, right? So it's not like it's minus 80 out or something. And now she's starting to straighten out. Lovely. Flyby? Sure. There's our airport. Yeah, she's crabbing a bit. But that's fine. So this is one of those aircraft, you can trim her down and then just hit halt. It would be cool if we could click up onto this panel, like with the Aerostar I love. The 601 from a Via 82, is it? You've got you can turn stuff like pitch here, autopilot on, off is over there, as opposed to having to use down there, but I mean, it's fine. No harm, no foul at all. And now I will start to bring the nose down. How are we doing? No, wrong way. 1022. And there we go. So it is completely set up. And now we'll fly beautifully along. Obviously the 1900 can do like 200, 210. This, not so much, even though it is a twin. But that is perfectly fine. So, let's get the prop back to around 2150, something like that. And manifold pressure to around the exact same, and there we go. Maybe just a tick less. There we go. And we're all trimmed and everything beautifully. So do give those freewares a look. Yeah, I got some. The imagery is fine, but the tonal quality is off a bit. They will be linked, by the way, in the description down below. All you need to do is click show more. You'll also find my Discord that I was talking about earlier. Down there, always free to join. You can support the channel. We don't do sponsored content. Everything you see is bought with viewer donations and my own money. And of course my computer specs are down there, along with where you can get some of those freewares I showcased to you, like the NOAA weather plugin and sim briefing. XRAS, X-Camera should all be down there as well for you. Like, if I didn't have the Pro version, I can live with this. Because the main look is still good and better than default. You know, that is still a very nice sight. Do I wish all of this was like this? Yeah. But in all honesty, when I fly, if I'm not making videos, this is my view. I can't even see that discrepancy all that much from here. It's not something that immediately, it's like, oh my God, what is that? So, you know. Oh, by the way, we did a no flaps takeoff, so this thing has more than enough power, and that has more than enough runway. I do not need flaps. So, what I'm going to do, this is about an hour and a half long flight, give or take. I'm going to bring you back when we start coming into land and all that at Al Bateen Executive Airport in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. I am glad to have you on board. Leave you with a flyby as always. Until we hook back up again in a little bit. And welcome back everyone. We're about to start going down again. Here we go. That should do. I do have, that is the ILS at the airport, and that is an NDB, or VOR that is actually at the end of the runway we're landing on. So we're doing good. And let's just do this now. There, that is the initial approach fix. Want to activate that before we actually reach it. And we want to be at 3,000, so I'll bring you down. Of course, you need to remember these approaches are all designed for, you know, jet aircraft and airliners primarily, or larger aircraft. They're not really meant if you're doing GA. Basically, you're doing GA, you should just be flying visually. And given my penchant for the fact I can never find the runway, that is not advisable, so I fly out. It's been a mishmash in regards to the maps. Some areas have looked fine, others it's like, what the? I'm going to be honest, what I'm going to have to do is come back and try it using the free map. I'll do it over the weekend. I'm going to redo these. There we go. We are done. VOR Loke. That will do approach. Go. Like, it doesn't look all that bad out there right now, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Okay, cowl flaps are closed, so I don't want to pick up any fog on the runway. Landing lights have been on the entire flight, so that's not really a big issue. Heading is around 305-ish, 306. We're basically right on, bang on. And there is our ILS, if you will. Our glide slope. Back outside, because we can. I'm slowly increasing the mixture, getting it fuller. Now this doesn't look all that bad. Some of the areas that I flew over, looking at Navigroup, there's a lot of restricted airspaces. So it could be that not necessarily a great example. And I mean, some of them are very likely U.S. military installations. And they sure as heck do not want that on publicly available Google Maps. So it's like, let's make the maps completely discolored, sections where there's actually no definition to anything. You know, like just different things to make it not so apparent that there is, for some reason in the middle of nowhere, a airport with a 15,000 foot runway kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's true of any country, truth be told. We will start to get the prop full. And we are not going to need you. So save the frame rate is my feeling. And we'll continue to slow down, and then we will get the flaps in. That's a blue line is what I'm looking for. Not anymore, it's not. And now we can put the power back in because the gear is down. Let me look at where I should pick it up at Geppel. Way, David. It's slowly coming down, I think. Yeah, it is. And we're below the blue line, so let's get approaching. The old approachy flaps, there we go. And get the power back in, and glide slope is captured. And there is our airport over there somewhere. What are you doing? Okay, glide slope. I wish glide slope and that stuff and localizer, like they would be in green, saying, yeah, I've got the glide slope. You know, so you actually knew. So remember, this is not the main airport in Abu Dhabi, which is out over there somewhere. We are going to the executive airport. And we will put landing flaps in. Gear is down. We have the airport up ahead, so we're doing fine. I keep thinking this is the airport. It's kind of breezy. There we go. That's a bit better descent rate. I don't like having the manifold pressure down that low, but she is a slippery one. What can I say? Dr. Pepper time. Mmm. 3 miles out. Now this looks good. I mean, that doesn't look all that bad. Be a bit more high definition, if you will. And oh, we're crabbing big time, eh? Okay. Give us up a little bit. Feet on pedals. There we go. Autopilot off my aircraft. That throttle's not. Crab it in, crab it in. Little rudder, a little bit more rudder. This airport, well, this is what I mean. Whoa. Reverse prop. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little manual braking. And welcome to Al-Bateen Executive. I'm just going to call it Abu Dhabi Executive, if you don't mind. That doesn't look all that bad. Now this, of course, this is because of Sim Heaven. That has nothing to do with the map enhancement. This airport isn't all that bad. What's it look like? If you'll indulge me, please. Get the flaps up. Now you can see the beautiful lighting in here. And don't forget, folks, this is a default aircraft. I really can't see out there with just the taxi light. Well, not see enough. I mean, this looks good for default. You know, you got Sim Heaven working there. Obviously, the X-Plane map enhancement isn't having a lot of effect here. It's sea level, right? So, default airport. I think its lighting looks perfectly fine. At least these aren't sitting in the middle of the... I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. That's a bit of an uneven surface. Now we'll just pull over here. So there you go, folks. An entire flight using zero payware at all. Sim Heaven is completely free. I use the X-Plane map enhancement, but the free maps, I didn't use my pro maps or the pro servers. Just use the default ones. Default airports, default aircraft. Everybody who owns X-Plane 12 has this exact same aircraft. This is the 50th anniversary livery. I think, yeah, that's a little much. Oh, that's fine. I want to kind of stop anyway. So, there we go. If you enjoyed this, folks, do like, share, comment, subscribe. Links down below if you want to see a bunch of the freewares that I was featuring. Like Noah and the sim briefing and all that. Rewind to the very beginning. I do discuss these with you. And what they can do for you for absolutely zero money. They will be linked down in the description below. Click show more. If you enjoy videos like this, maybe subscribe. Maybe a small donation to the channel so we can keep bringing, keeping the lights on and bringing more content to you. Because everything is bought with my own money and viewer donations. We do not accept sponsored content. Once again, thank you very much to the two people who did use my referral code for the X-Plane map enhancement. It was greatly appreciated. And I know you're going to enjoy it. It works well for me. Use the Apple maps, which are only available in Pro. Use the Apple maps. They're really actually quite good for a lot of regions of the world. My name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this flight from Fahoud in Oman to Albertine Executive in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Until the next time we meet, stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Have a great weekend coming up, everybody. Take care. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye. From now, from the United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi's executive airport. That's what I call it. See you soon.